Hello everybody, we are back. Today we're working on the 03 Chevy Malibu that's replacing the Camry that got totaled. And we have some nice Duracrap parts here that I'm sure are gonna go out in 2 years, and I'll do them again when they do, but for now they're gonna do the job. And we're gonna do both front wheel bearings and the harmonic balancer, which the harmonic balancer I did probably like 2 years ago, and I probably did it with crappy parts then too, and that's why it's out again. So that's what we're working on. Trins gonna help us when she gets back from wherever she disappeared to, and that's what we're doing today. So here we go.
So can you show me, like, can you see where it's going bad?
Yeah, so it's hard to tell because I caught it fairly early. The other one you could see a lot more.
Is it just wear and
yeah, so well,
and stuff?
no, so you see this rubber here?
Oh yeah.
That is all that holds this pulley to this pulley. So when it starts going bad, this pulley can slip on this pulley. And like, you can't usually do it by hand.
Unless it's really bad?
Unless it's like really, really bad, yeah.
Okay.
One more squeak.
Yay!
So what I did was I took off the caliper first, which is these two bolts at the back. They look like this. And I just hold the caliper in. And then once you get the caliper off, just pull it off and set it up here, and then the rotor just slides right off. And then after you get the rotor off, there's 3 bolts in the back. Well, you gotta take the hub nut off too, but you can do that before you take the caliper off. That's the ABS sensor.
Oh.
It doesn't have ABS, so.
Oh. Then why does it have an ABS sensor?
So you hear that?
Yeah.
It should be completely quiet. So, but the 3 bolts in the back go through right here. So you just take all those. You don't even have to pull them all the way out. You just loosen them all the way up, and then they come out. And the sensor, you're supposed to take it off first, so that it slides through the back when you do that. This is just a little holder for the sensor, which you don't really need, but we're gonna leave it on there anyways.
Why, if we don't have a sensor?
Because some of them just come with the sensor in them, whether you want it or not. And then, yeah. So, up with like a wire brush or something. And he sees the bolts, and he sees this little lip in here and the outside, because the hub, that one came out super easy. A lot of times they seize in there. This actually isn't a factory bearing. See that blue?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's replaced it before.
You just replaced this, huh?
Yeah.
That's
3 years ago, apparently.
2 or 3, yeah.
Crazy. That was spinning.
And this
really?
bearing's been replaced. I mean, you can hear it.
It's so loud when you drive.
ABS wire was cut off of it.
Well, there's no ABS in this car. I just cut it.
Oh. That's crazy. Are you sure that was spinning?
It's not squeaking anymore with the new one on it. So,
No shit.
well, I put a mark on it at one point. I don't know where it was. I think it was like right about here. And I had them lined up, and then I drove it, and then I looked at it, and the line wasn't.
Damn.
And if you put them side by side, you can see that this one is further, like there's more of the ABS ring, or not ABS ring, more of the ring on the sensor ring on the back exposed on this one than on this one.
Oh, wow.
Which means that the pulley's sliding.
Crazy.
Oh, good thing the nut fixed the threads. I forgot to do that. we are all finished, and here are all of the old parts. This one was the driver's side, and as you can see, it came out in a couple of pieces, and so that one was probably the one making most of my noise. This one has been replaced before. You can see by the blue on there. Usually they're not like that from the factory. Well, maybe they were, because this one's blue too, or it's been replaced before as well. But it's a little tight, and it had a little bit of noise when spinning it. And like I said, this one came out in multiple pieces. In the first video, you'll see that I had a bearing almost completely installed, and then we found out that it was the wrong one, because this car does not have ABS, but it needs the wheel bearing with ABS, because the distance from hub face to mounting face is larger on the non-ABS version. And so it's not actually ABS or non-ABS, it's between build dates, which AutoZone didn't know, Napa knew, and I was too dumb to look into it. So I just assumed that since it was a car with no ABS, that the no ABS wheel bearing would work. And just goes to show you that it doesn't always mean that. So, and then this was the harmonic balancer, which I just replaced like 2 years ago, and it was bad. It doesn't look bad, but it was squeaking a lot, because what happens is this little rubber ring no longer is attached to this part, which spins with the engine, and then this part spins all your water pump and AC and alternator and all that good stuff. And so when this rubber ring starts not being good anymore, then this starts spinning separately from this, and it sounds like your belt is loose when really it's just your main pulley is all screwed up. So that's all fixed. I'm going to leave the hubcaps off because they suck and make noise, and this car is really ugly anyways. So it is finished, and we're going to go take a test drive, and that's it for that. Have a good one.